In this video, you will learn how to create a Lambda function and connect it to DynamoDB Table to store data. After that, connect it to a frontend like a React app and send request from that frontend through Lambda function that stores data in the DynamoDB. Let's dive in. Step 1. We will be creating a table in DynamoDB. Click Create Table. In table details, enter table name, let's suppose user review. Then add a partition key, let's say user ID. Scroll down and click the Create Table button in the bottom right. It will take a few seconds. While it is creating the table, let's create a Lambda function. Open Lambda in AWS console, then click Create Function button. Give the function a name, let's say user review. Open advanced configuration and enable auth type as none so we can access it publicly. Scroll down, click Create Function button. While it's creating the function, let's add some entry in the table to create the schema. Click Explore Table Items button at top right. It will open the tab for creating item. Click Create Item and add some random value in user ID. Let's add 1. Then click Add New Attribute button. Select type as a string. Set attribute name as name. Then add some value for it. Let's add Ashutosh. Then add another attribute with type string. Let's name it review and value as I am creating Lambda function. Click Create button. It will create an item as well as schema according to it. As you can see, this user ID, name and review. Now the function is created. As you can see the code test and monitor tab. Let's create a test for our function. Open the test tab. Set event name. Let's say test1. Here is a catch. Though we can see here JSON file as input, but we need a specific format for our code. I have already stored that in Notepad. Let's copy paste it. Okay, so this is the structure. It is sometimes also called double encoded JSON or nested JSON. In simple words, the body or payload is stringified and added to another JSON structure. Let's save it. The test is successfully saved. Now open VS Code to create the Lambda function. We are using VS Code because if you have to use any module which is not included with Node.js, then we need to provide the Node modules for it through zip file or AWS S3. Open terminal, type cd lambda npm init -y. It will create a package.json file. npm install uuid. I am using uuid for creating a unique ID for every user. Now create a new file in Lambda folder named index.js. Then create the Lambda function, const DynamoDB client, put item command. Put item command will be used to add data into the table. Then import uuid. Const client is equal to new DynamoDB. Client reason is very important. It specifies where you are storing the data in DynamoDB. Then every Lambda function needs a handler. It serves as the entry point for your Lambda function's execution. Then const body is equal to json.parse event.body. Const name equals to body.name. Const email, no, we don't need email. Okay, change email to review. Fine. Call UUID v4 on ID, so it will generate a unique ID. Then const params for creating an entry in the table. Set the table name as you created in DynamoDB. For me, user reviews. Then this simple try and catch for sending a request using put item command and params. Params is the parameter for our function. Now we have to compress the required files into a zip and upload that zip to Lambda function. Open the folder location. Then select the node modules, index.js and package file. Right click, compress to zip file. After it is compressed, let's name it as Lambda. Now open the Lambda function. In the code tab, you will find upload from button at top right. Click that .zip file for. You can add your code bases to S3 as well. Now select the lambda.zip. It will upload your zip file. Click save. So your files are added. It is automatically deployed when you add some zip file. Now we have to add permission for DynamoDB in our Lambda function. Open configuration for adding role to our Lambda function. Click the link below execution role function which can access DynamoDB. Click add permissions and select attach policies. Search for Amazon DynamoDB here. You will get this access Amazon DynamoDB full access. Select that and add permissions button. This will allow this function to access the DynamoDB features. Then go back to code. Click test to check if the Lambda function is working properly. Okay, so we are getting status code 500. Resource not found exception. So this is the step where you have to be careful. You have to add the values of database correctly. The table name is user review and not user reviews. Okay, and also the ID is user ID. So let's see what happens. Every time you make any change in the Lambda function code, you have to deploy it, otherwise the previous code will be used. Now test again. Success. I got this message that successfully updated. Okay, so let's check in the table. As you can see in the table, a new entry with Alice and grade product is created. Now let's test the API on Postman. Copy the function URL. Then open Postman. Create a new post request. Paste the function URL. In the body, create a new JSON file. Let's name it as subscriber. And add review. Always happy with your videos. Then click send button to check the response. Okay, user created successfully. Let's check that in database as well. Click refresh. As you can see, the subscriber and always happy with your videos is created. That means your Lambda function is working fine. Now we have to create the front end. This is a React app I already created with Tailwind CSS installed. In the components folder, let's create review form.jsx component. In this review form, we need to add the states for input and then API URL constant, then handle submit to send the request on submit button. Let's create the structure for JSX. Create a simple form with name and review and submit button. Export this form and import the component in app.jsx. Let's see on Chrome. Okay, so this is fine. Let's test it. Course error. Now to resolve course error, we have to make changes in our Lambda function to accept all the cross origin requests. Open your code in the handler function. Add an if condition to handle pre-flight request of options type. If event.http method equals to options, we have to return status code 200 and body is equal to json.stringify with message course pre-flight response. Okay, then we also need to make some changes in the body of this handler, as this will be the input from request. It must be checked before communicating to database. I mean, we have to test it separately. Let's create a try block. Body equals to json.parse event.body and the catch block to handle parse errors. In catch block, catch for parse errors to check if the JSON file is correctly parsed. Now deploy the code before testing. We need to check Lambda function's course permissions as well. Go to configurations. Here, as you can see, course not enabled. We have to enable it. Click edit. Click additional settings. Configure course origin. Add your URL for frontend. Suppose we are using React Bit on localhost and there's localhost 5173. Then headers, expose the content type header here. Also allow headers content type. Allowed methods and get and post. Then set any maximum age, suppose 1800. Save. Invalid origin. I think we need to remove this /. Let's remove this / to open the URL. Okay, this saved successfully. Now open your front end. Reload. Type name Ashutosh and some review, sending review to Lambda function, submit review. Review submitted successfully. That means everything is working fine. Let's verify that in the database as well. Click refresh icon. We got to see this entry with Ashutosh sending review to Lambda. That means the request is sent correctly. We are done with the task. You have successfully created your Lambda function, DynamoDB table, and connected it to frontend. Thank you guys for watching the video. We'll see you in another video.